Hey everyone, in today's video, we're gonna go over Joe Exotic's birth chart.
Voices here, voices in your head. This is Jen and Jeff for men to make it all.
I'm never gonna financially recover from this.
So I just finished watching The Tiger King or whatever it was called, and I just thought of the idea to do something different and look up Joe Exotic's birth chart, because the entire time I was watching it, I'm like, this dude has to have at least some type of Leo energy, because he is like, the way he acts, it was like, wow, super Leo, you know? But then I saw other aspects that made me question what other type of energy he had playing out in his chart. So this is a very different video. I've never done anything like this. This is going to be fun for people that are into astrology. If you don't even know what a birth chart is, if you aren't into astrology, this video may not be for you. Or actually, yeah, it is, because I'm going to be trying to interpret a birth chart. If you want to learn what a birth chart is, go and check out my other videos in my astrology playlist section, and let's get into it. I haven't even looked up this chart yet. I'm doing this like off the cuff because I like my intuition to speak as soon as I see it. That's just how I like to read birth charts. Okay, let's pop this up. Oh my God, I was not expecting this. Oh my God, okay. Okay, first impressions, he's got the Mars in Leo. I knew he had to have some type of Leo energy, because he's all about lions, tigers, and he had a raw personality. He had a personality kind of like a Leo. So Mars, for those of you that don't know, is your action, how you act, how you like go about getting what you want. And it's in Leo, rawr. And it's also in the 10th house of career. And what's also interesting, what made me go, oh my God, I wasn't expecting that, but now it kind of makes sense, is he is a Pisces. He's a Pisces. He's a Pisces in the 5th house, and he has his Jupiter in Pisces as well. And, ooh, his sun is connected to his Neptune, which is in sorry, let me say this. So all right, hold on. I'm just digesting this. I probably should have looked at the chart before I started rolling, but this is going to be raw. So his sun is connected to Neptune in Scorpio, and because they're two water signs, and Pisces are known to suffer from drug addiction, you know, the negative side of Pisces. Not all Pisces, but Pisces more than a lot of signs suffer from drug addiction, because they are ruled by Neptune, and Neptune, that's kind of what Neptune likes to do in the negative state. So, and we all know that Joe suffered from substance abuse, and that may have caused his Mars in Leo to act crazy, you know, because he was very raw. But I'm surprised to see he has a lot of water energy, because his moon is also in Pisces. I mean, his moon is in Cancer. So just seeing that his sun is in Pisces and his moon is in Cancer, that says to me as an astrologer that he was very emotional. That makes sense, because look at the men he was dating. Unfortunately, it came out that the guys that were dating him really didn't love him. They kind of just wanted the fame and the drugs, and
Who may have been straight.
All through school, I was dating girls. From time kindergarten until I graduated, I had a girlfriend.
And that sucks, because Joe, according to his birth chart, he really did love them. He had a lot of feelings. And you see in some of the clips of the Netflix special, he's always asking for kisses and hugs. And a lot of people think he was a bad guy, but I don't think he was a bad guy. I just think he had drug problems, you know, because he's very passionate. He's a very passionate person, and he's also a Libra rising, so he wants to please people.
He was showering me with gifts and stuff. He bought me a truck. Actually bought me like 4 or 5 different trucks.
He comes across very soft in his real world life.
The docuseries really showed his more eccentric sides, but you know, behind the camera, Joe is a really sweet and sensitive guy. He would have, you know, done anything to help anybody.
Also, what stands out to me is that he has Pluto in the 11th house and of groups of people. So he had issues, death and rebirth with groups of people, and that is for damn sure. With Carol Baskin and PETA, like those are organization groups, and he had problems with that.
Animal rights organizations around the world love to use me as a target, such as PETA, the Humane Society, and Carol Baskin, along with Born Free. The reason why they love to target me is they have a 25-year agenda.
He has Venus in the 4th house in Aquarius, and Venus Aquariuses are very different. They are more likely than others to be open to open relationships, and that's what he had. He married 2 different guys at the same damn time. But it is opposing his moon and his Mars. So he was always going back and forth in his head of his emotional state and the Venus, what he was attracted to. He may have been attracted to that lifestyle, the weird, different Venus lifestyle, but his true emotional state was in Cancer. And Cancers, what are Cancers known for? To be the traditional homebodies, like, you know, home life. They're all about that. Like Mr. Beaver, Cleaver, whatever. That's Cancer energy, and that's his moon, and that's what he felt on the inside. And he also has the Pisces sun, so he was very emotional, and he has the Jupiter in Pisces as well. So Jupiter is known to be expansive. So whatever qualities that he may have picked up as a Pisces, Jupiter expanded that. So it could have expanded that drug problem that he had over the top, you know? And he also has Saturn squaring his Neptune. That's tough. That's tough to deal with.
Joe is now thanking the world for the support.
I just kind of felt like I was attached by pain to Joe. Like we had a bond of pain, and I couldn't leave him because of course I wanted to leave. You know, why do I want to come back to the office every day that, you know, a horrific accident happened? Now,
Because his midheaven is in Cancer, if he were to succeed, if he wanted to really succeed at his business, he needed to go about it in more of a Cancerian way. He went out and got overpowered by his Mars, I feel. His Mars was, you know, what kind of got him in trouble, because he kind of went over the top, and that can be linked back to the Pisces energy because of the drug problem. You know what's cool? He also has a Mercury in Aquarius, so he was good, and it's in the 5th house. So he had that TV show that he did, and he was very well outspoken, and he was able to do all that crazy stuff, and Aquarius rules the internet, so he became an internet star before anything. Joe has a Libra rising, so that means that his house lord is Venus, because Venus rules fucking, what the fuck, Libra. And so he has his Venus in the 4th house, but it's not that well aspected. It is opposing his Mars, and it's opposing his North Node. So his love got in the way of his business, because his Mars in the 10th house, that's his business, but the 4th house is like home and family, your roots. So they were always going back and forth. They were counteracting each other. And when you have oppositions, you need to learn how to maintain a healthy balance of both, because you can easily get pulled way too much in one direction and lose sight of the other direction. It's all about yin and yang, and he had a problem doing that. As well as he has his sun opposing Pluto in the 11th house. So he had a lot of enemies, you know, his enemies from the 11th house to his sun in Pisces. So also when you're looking at a birth chart, you want to see what aspects are going on and in which houses are more prominent. So his most prominent houses are his 4th house of family and roots, his 5th house, his 10th house, and his 11th house. So all other areas kinda weren't as important as these areas of his life. And it makes sense. Also, one thing I want to mention, he has a lot of dominant planets. So his moon is in the dominant sign, the Jupiter, dominant sign, Saturn, dominant sign. And that's always a good thing to see because you are able to express that energy better. If you have a lot of planets that are in detriment, which means they're not happy there, it's harder to express that energy. So he had the potential to be really good, but in my opinion, he let his drug use, because he is a Pisces and he has his Jupiter in Pisces and it's connected to Neptune, which is also in Scorpio, and he just tumbled out of control. And if he was able to get over his drug addictions, I think he could have had a really successful career in what he was doing. Thank you for watching my video. My name is Courtney Days and this is Cosmic Drugs.
Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is when I beat the case. Out of space, so I'm in your face. Out of space, I got stars to chase. Got a duff for that suits the case. Got diamonds like I play an ace. I'll run it up. You got shoes to lace. I'll ran it up just to lose some weight. I'm an early bird and you running late. Working hard, so I lose sleep. I won't sleep till the family eat. With the Phoenix Haven, I felt the heat. Got your girl in my box of briefs. I want all the smoke cause I'm the chief. Execution if you're a thief.